Testing, testing, 1, 2.
It's been so long since I made a video. I need to make sure my mic works, guys. Let's move that up on out of here. So, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to me. It's been a while. I haven't been uploading. I've had, I guess what you could say is a reading / video making slump the last 3-ish weeks, maybe. Just been focusing on other things. Haven't been focusing on the channel, and I feel terrible about that. So now I'm back, better than ever. Everything kind of just looks the same. Anyway, we're gonna do the, I believe it's called the birthday book tag. Now this is actually 2 years since I've been on YouTube. Crazy. If you were not around 2 years ago, here's what my videos used to look like.
Welcome everybody, this is Fantasy Book Talk. My name is Alex, and I will be taking you through my review of Mistborn, The Final Empire.
So that monstrosity that you just witnessed is what my videos used to look and sound like. It was terrible. I used to script things, and I was incredibly nervous to be on camera, and it was awful. So hopefully I'm a little bit better now. Mic quality, aesthetic, just video editing skills, recording, all that jazz. So let's get to these questions. Thank you, my good buddy Jimmy, for tagging me in this, and also to Average Joe Reads for creating this tag. So their channels are linked in the description down below. Let's get to the questions. Look at how good I am at this. How many years of Booktube are you celebrating? So that would be 2 years. I've been on since roughly this exact same time. I think I'm about a week behind potentially like the actual start date of my first upload. So it's been 2 years. I just had gotten back into reading. I was reading Mistborn at the time. I believe I had finished the trilogy, and then I just started looking for reviews of it and got into this whole Booktube universe, and I was like, you know what? I can do that. I'm going to start uploading some videos, and I just wanted to put my voice out there, and that, again, this is what it used to look like.
So this book was actually kind of a reintroducing myself to fantasy this year.
And now it looks like this. Hopefully it's a lot better. But I've learned a lot in that time, just being more comfortable on camera, being, I guess, more of myself and not trying to say the right thing or script video. Like, I hate scripting videos, honestly. I'm not good at it. I'm not a writer by any sense of the word, so I just kind of let my thoughts flow. At most, I'll throw down some notes, something like that, but I'm just talking now. This has nothing to do with the question. Moving on. What has kept me motivated to continue making videos? So I know I took a little bit of a hiatus recently. Honestly, that was just because when I first started, I was trying to upload, I believe it was like 2 to 3 videos every week and just keep up with it. And I was super eager to just like get more and more videos out there. And I've definitely tapered back on that a lot, where it's 1 to 2 videos. And I know recently it was 0, but I kind of cut it down to about 1 video a week. Really just because focuses of my life changed, getting busier with work, kids, other, family stuff, gaming again, watching TV shows with my wife. I haven't been as dedicated to this because it is and always will be a hobby for me. But really what keeps me motivated to just make videos at all and keep this channel up and running is you guys. I love just having a community to discuss things with. I really love interacting with everybody on Discord. Like, some of you guys have been around since I was in Mike's Discord damn near 3 years ago. And I've really grown to have this community and audience that, even though it's only a small portion of you that I interact with on a regular basis, some of you we talk nearly every day, and that's just super cool that I have anybody, one, willing to watch my dumb face and listen to the words that I say on this channel, but also to continue that further to the point where I consider people friends, where YouTube's just been so kind to me, and this community at large, Booktube in general, has been really awesome and rewarding to just meet so many interesting people from all around the globe. My Discord loves doing shit when I'm asleep, because that's just how we roll. And I don't know, I really want to keep that going, whether it's 1 video or 10 videos a week. It's really just about interacting with the audience, you guys, and just continuing that conversation in Discord and beyond. It's just a lot of fun. I love reading books, and I love talking about them, whether it's I may not always put out a book review per se, but I'm always down to talk about the books in some kind of form or fashion, whether it's in Discord, whether it's in a video. And I'm starting to do a lot more collaborations. Like, I've always kind of done them, but between World Hoppers and just doing like this read along with A Song of Ice and Fire that I've done with Jimmy and Leanna, I've come to be very good friends with some people, and I just love being able to, sit down and bullshit with them for a couple hours and discuss books. It's a lot of fun. So what are three of your favorite videos you made in the past year and why? So the first one that comes to mind, you'll have to fact check me if it was actually within the last year. I think it was. When we had John Gwynn join us for our Faithful in the Fallen discussion, which we had been reading Faithful in the Fallen as a group. Am I getting an Amazon delivery at 9:33 p.m.? What the hell? We were doing Faithful in the Fallen, a read-along with myself, Petrick, Alan, Abby, and Philip Chase, and then we continued that to the second trilogy of Blood and Bone, and also did Shadow of the Gods, where we've just kind of like been involved with the Gwyn family of books and of booktubers. So, we had a discussion with, John Gwynn himself. We had a discussion with his sons. We brought in Jimmy and Sarah Reeds. We've had this awesome group read along of the Banished Lands, and having John Gwynn actually join us for one of those conversations was just such a treat, because we love these books, and it was just tons of fun getting, not necessarily even interview him, but pick his brain a little bit about the world and just kind of talk to him about our favorite moments, what are some of his favorite moments, motivation for characters. It was just a lot of fun to actually interact directly with an author in that sense. It was just a lot of fun to interact directly with the author himself. Super cool, down-to-earth guy, and it was just a lot of fun. And he certainly grows a better beard than I ever will. My second favorite video, it's hard to decide between them, so I'm just gonna take a cop out here and say all of my live chats with Leanna and Jimmy for A Song of Ice and Fire, because we have now done 5 main A Song of Ice and Fire books, and we are about to do A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms at the end of this month. And I mean, it's been 14 hours of videos, probably 15, maybe 16, who knows? I'd have to go back and count them, of just live chat discussions where we're just talking about these books that we love. And again, that collaboration, getting to know these people and having friends to share this love of books with, that series of videos is hands down one of my favorite things that I've done on my channel. And then I think one of my other favorite videos that I filmed, it was just under a year ago, was actually when I had these shelves built, and it's the only video of this kind on my channel, because I had done a bookshelf tour in the past, and I will eventually do one officially for this, but this kind of functioned as one, was me stocking my shelves with my books after I moved to this new house. And it was fun to just kind of let the camera roll for, I think the video was maybe 40, 45 minutes long. I think I filmed for 2.5 hours, almost 3 hours probably, before I edited it down to what I showed you all. But it just gave me an opportunity to kind of just talk and just throw out books on my shelves and figure out how I was going to organize them, add some music in, do a little bit of editing. It was just a lot of fun for me, so I enjoyed doing that one for sure. All right, question number 4. What have you struggled with on Booktube in the past year, and how did you overcome that struggle? So, I mean, honestly, so this is 2 years in now, but just since starting, just struggling, getting comfortable on camera and learning DaVinci Resolve, because before YouTube, I had always kind of had some stage fright. I could sit up and, in front of a class and give a speech, things like that were fine, but I was actually on step team in high school, and so I had no issues performing in front of a crowd. Like, I played football, like stuff like that never bothered me, but for some reason, getting up on stage in front of people or standing in front of a camera and I constantly, you never see it because I edit it all out, especially when I first started though. When I sit down in front of a camera, I say stupid shit all the time. I fumble my words. I quite literally, still to this day, will stop and just say, what the fuck am I talking about? And it was really bad when I first started, and I was super uncomfortable, and it felt weird just putting yourself out there. I don't know, maybe it's just afraid of being judged, or who knows what it is, but just doing it more and more and meeting other people and talking with them and getting to the point now where I've kind of talked other people into making channels and been like, look at my shitty old videos. Like, I could do this, you could do this. Like it's not a big deal. Your first videos are probably gonna suck. Just do it. It's fine. And just getting over that initial fear of looking bad or feeling like somebody's gonna mock you, like that's always gonna exist, and people probably always do that regardless of how popular or good your videos are. And you just kind of have to get past that. And I think the more I've done this, the more comfortable I got with it, and I just talk now, and I just put myself out there, and I don't worry necessarily about what people are going to say or do. And I'm not trying to like please a certain crowd or anything like that. So I've gotten a lot better about that. And then just the video editing side of it, I can edit these types of videos really quick because they don't take a lot. And I don't do a ton of editing in general. I mostly just do cuts and maybe some graphics here and there and some music. What I do is pretty simple. I don't feel like I need to do over-the-top editing, and just jumping into something like DaVinci Resolve, which is the editing software that I use, I had no idea what I was doing. So I was watching tutorials, I was trying to figure out what to do, and I'm just a lot more efficient at that now, so I can knock out edits pretty quick. Something even like my my Welcome to Dune video, that took forever because I was still trying to figure out how to overlay like a ton of graphics and music and effects, and that was a lot more in depth. But even tackling something like that, there's no way I could have done that 2 years ago. All right, question number 5. Choose one moment from the past year on Booktube that you would love to relive. What would I love to relive? That's a very good and interesting question. I guess I would relive just the hitting that initial 1,000 subs on my channel, because it feels like it was forever ago. It was about a year ago. And I mean, it's crazy to me that I have over 4,000 subs now. Thank you. Like, it's just incredible that anybody wants to watch me. But hitting that initial 1,000, because back then I was actually sort of competing with my buddy DJ, who at the same time had a channel. He's now on TikTok and blows my channel numbers out of the water. Congrats, DJ. But on YouTube, we had this little bet going of like who could be first to 500 or 1,000 subs. So that was a lot of fun when I beat him to 1,000 subs. But just it was just kind of that like milestone that I feel like a lot of us go through when you start a channel. It's like, all right, I got to hit 100 subs, and then 500, and then 1,000, and then you kind of keep going up from there. It was just fun and exciting because as minimal as monetization and stuff like that is on YouTube, when you're a tiny channel, just hitting that 1,000 subs and knowing that you're tracking analytics a lot more probably when you're starting out because you're eager to see what happens. So watching that sub count go up to 1,000 is a nice number. Watching your watch hours go up and then being able to monetize your channel, it's kind of like you've made that certain point in your YouTube career, I guess. And it's just a lot of fun. So that was a cool moment to just be able to make a video and kind of like thank everybody for watching me. And it was a lot of fun. Number 6, shout out a huge supporter of my channel. So God, there are so many. First, I have to say Elliot Brooks, because she was one of the first people to watch my god-awful Mistborn Era 1 Final Empire review. And I had already known who she was and how big her channel was, and it was just really cool at that point to be like, holy shit, this person just watched my channel. Like, that's amazing. And I think she actually reached out to me on Instagram at one point about like Mistborn. So I was just like, oh my God, like that's just super awesome. And we're now friends, which is really cool. And through her and World Hoppers, I've gotten to meet tons of people that I now consider friends that I talk with on a daily basis in Voxer, on Discord, and all kinds of places, where I just have a ton of friends on YouTube now that are fellow YouTubers. So, I mean, Jimmy, Leanna, we do all these buddy reads together and live chats together, Sun Eater, A Song of Ice and Fire, freaking Faithful in the Fallen, you know, talking with Alan at the Library of Alexandria of, I said Alexandria instead of Alexandria. Yeah, that's a different thing. But talking about like the great coats, and we just, you know, now we talk about video games. So like I'm in chats with a bunch of other YouTubers about video games and talking about Elden Ring and all this stuff. So like all these friends that I've met through YouTube that are fellow YouTubers. No, I'm not going to name everybody. There's a ton of you out there. Jesse, Jess, Jade, Jashana, everybody that I interact with on a regular basis. Love you all. You're super cool. Thank you for being friends and supporting, you know, we all kind of support each other's channels. So that's always been a lot of fun, and I'm incredibly thankful for that. As far as like just general audience, I mean, anybody willing to join my Patreon. I've had some of you around for damn near, what, a year, 2 years now. I can't thank you enough. Just being there to support this hobby of mine is just really awesome. And just many of you I consider friends at this point. We talk so much. I mean, I talk with people in my Discord every single day. I'm always going, even though I'm not always in it necessarily like for hours on end during the day, just because I get busy with other things. I know that you guys are always there. You're always chatting, and we have this nice, awesome core group of probably a couple dozen of you that actively talk every single day. And that's just awesome. I love that it's there. I love the support of the channel, even when I'm not uploading. Like I haven't uploaded a video in 3 weeks, according to YouTube, and everybody's still there. And that's great. Like I love having so many people there to talk about books with and want to hear my opinion on things. That's super awesome. And that goes well beyond just books. We talk about shows, movies, life, weather, whatever. Talk about all kinds of shit. And just thank you to everyone watching anything that I put out there. Seriously, thank you. So what's the best book that I've read in the last year? So these questions always mess me up. Best single book. I'm gonna go with Demon in White because I haven't read Kingdoms of Death yet, which is book 4 of the Sun Eater series. I'm not counting any rereads in here, and there have been a couple, like Royal Assassin was fantastic, Words of Radiance was fantastic, Howling Dark was fantastic, but I think because this last year, Demon in White took my top book of last year, I'm gonna leave that on the top spot right now. If you haven't read Christopher Racchio, you like sci-fi fantasy, you like big epic space operas, tons of technology, but also fantasy story structure and character arcs and things like that, Sun Eater is fantastic. Jesse, you're wrong. It's amazing. And Demon in White was just the best of it so far. So that's book 3 of the series. There's now 4 that just came out and 5 later this year. So I'm looking to see if any of the consecutive books will top it. But damn, Demon in White was, that was a doozy. That's amazing. Okay, so question 8, where do I see my channel in a year's time, and what do I hope to have achieved? I mean, like I said, this is a hobby for me. Just keep growing, I don't have like a sub count number that I'm reaching for anymore. Like 1,000 was kind of like my initial go-to, and now I'm gonna grow or I won't. And I just want to keep putting videos out and having conversations and just talking with you guys because it's super cool. So I don't necessarily have like a particular goal other than just keep going because it's fun for me, and I will probably change certain things about the channel as I grow and figure out what I want it to be and what I want to do. As I'm sure most of you have noticed, I do a lot less book reviews, nothing to do with view count or anything like that. I don't give a shit. I put up indie horror book reviews that probably get like 100 views, or book 18 of the Dresden Files like a year and a half after it came out. Like not a lot of these videos are meant to draw a lot of people. When I feel like I want to talk about something, I'm going to talk about it. So there may be some videos in the future that are totally different, or, trying to not just do the normal booktube stuff that we all do. And it's going to be a lot more collaborations because I like that a lot more than just sitting down and giving just my own opinion on a book. So that's what I loved about like A Song of Ice and Fire. I'm not going to have standalone reviews of them. I have, like I said, 15 hours of discussions with Leanna and Jimmy about those books. If you want my opinion on them and some other great opinions, watch those videos. So a lot more collabs because they're a ton of fun. So then tagging someone whose anniversary is coming up. I have not kept track of when y'all started your channels. So whoever wants to do the video, just do it, you doofus. Whoever wants, seriously, if you have an anniversary for YouTube coming up and you want to do the video, just do it. You're tagged. That's it. Bye.